Apologize. Here we go. Okay. Got it. All right. Next up, shout out to all of our December birthdays. If you guys are here on the list or here in this room, I know I see a couple. I know Regina, your birthday's coming up. Yeah, I see you right there on the top. Yesterday. Awesome. Well, anyways, happy birthday, you guys. Everyone here on this list. Happy December birthdays. Right. So if you guys haven't, check out the latest Western real estate business publication. So this month issue features Jason actually in the magazine, and he's highlighting some of the things that are happening in the retail market here in Long Beach. So if you guys want to check that out, read the article. We posted it also on our Facebook and KW Postal Shares. If you guys want to go check it out and give them a little bit of love. It'll help the traction get up there and hopefully be seen by more influential people. So congrats, Jason. That's an awesome shout out. To start out, our bucket fills. This is the section where we celebrate and get to share with people and highlight the things they've done for us to thank them. So who has a bucket fill they'd like to share? Great.
Actually, I want to fill a bucket for the wonderful ladies at Fidelity. I know what this one is.
Oh.
You know, being a mentor, I'm always looking for articles to share with my mentees. Something always comes up. And they're always so incredibly responsive at getting me information that's already created that I can share and educate with other people. So thank you so much.
That's awesome. Great. Thank you. Round of applause for our Fidelity partners. They have some really great programs, especially for marketing. So I love that. Anyone else have any bucket fills? Tell me.
This one's past due. I'm very sorry, but one of our fellow agents, Anne Marie, just helped me out tremendously. She was able to meet a non-appraiser at a property and take care of that when I was out of town, and made it so nice to have just another agent step in to share the load.
Anne Marie's great. We don't always get to see her in person, but when she does, she's got such a warm, caring, kind heart. So that's awesome. Anne Marie, if you're on there, thank you. Round of applause for Anne Marie. Great. I just want to do one more shout out as long as no one else has any. Shout out to all you guys who are doing holiday events for your businesses this year. If you've done one, raise your hand. Or going to do a holiday event, raise your hand. Awesome. There's a lot of hands raised in this room. If you guys, people like Richard, I know Penny just had hers over the weekend. So amazing. I've been to before. So well thought out. The Jones had theirs this weekend. I know Shereen, you guys put, if anyone saw the bullpen this weekend, it was amazing and so festive. But shout out to all you guys doing this during the busy time of the year. It's a wonderful time to lead generate and to show your individuality as agents. But I know there's so much hard work that goes into those events. So if you're not sure and you want to maybe host an event, or like Ace has a great one, he's doing a virtual event, right? Where it's all virtual, he's doing a giveaway and all sorts of stuff. Reach out to the agents in the room that just raised their hand. Each and every one of them I know is a seasoned agent who does them beautifully. So thank you guys. I just want to give you a shout out to all your hard work. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at our closings that we had for this week. That little Santa, can't even with summer. I can't even with that little Santa. We have the green team, Ray T, Erica Olson, Janet Darrow, Joni Marshall, the Minutions group, Ronit, Allison, Rita, Richard Rodriguez, Richard Hahn, Kendra Miller, George Bravo, Allison Silverman, Richard Chung, and Chris. So drum roll, please. What does this equal? Because it's pretty impressive. $19,494,000 in volume in 1 week. Wow. Has anyone ever heard or been told recently how the real estate market slows down during the holidays? We're not seeing that this year, are we, Cindy? No, not at all. And that proves it, right? And it wasn't just 1 or 2 deals that were 5 or 6 billion, was it? No. Look at her shaking her head. So let this be that inspiration for you that it is out there. It is out there for the taking. Congratulations, you guys, if you're on that list. Keep up your good work. So speaking of inventory, let's take a look at our new listings that we have currently to the market. Cindy Hinderberger has a new listing on 1140 Palo Verde Ave. Cindy, are you here? Oh, did she leave? Okay, great. Okay, well, she's here. Just tell her about around the corner. That's in Long Beach, 790,000. It's 3-bed. It looks like 2-bath. Just listed. The Emil team, so Carlos and Ileana. So this is 13641 Alderwood. That looks like that's in Leisure World. It's 325,000, 2-bed, 1-bath. Joe and Linda Sopo, 2270 San Vicente Avenue in Long Beach. It's 849,900. It's 2-bed, 2-bath. But Joe did tell me, I know we were talking about it actually is a 3rd bedroom, loungy kind of room. So that is a possibility. Leslie has a new listing, 5700 Edwana Avenue, unit number 166 in Tarzana. 325,000, 2-bed, 1-bath. Harry Eves has a listing, 910 East Meadbrook Street in Carson. 819,400, or sorry, 4-bed, looks like almost 4-bath, or at least 3.5 bath. Quite a few bathrooms in that one. So, does anyone have any listing pitches? Buyer needs, Penny.
I have another lease listing coming. I think we're probably actually gonna wait until after Christmas now. They're saying it is on Martha Ann. So yes, anyone familiar with Rossmore, you back onto the freeway. But let me tell you, these people have redone this house. It is gorgeous. You hardwood flooring, full kitchen. You've got refrigerator, stacked washer dryer. So it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. We're gonna go out at like 6,500.
Great, Penny, your last name's McCann. You said after the 1st of the year?
I will know more this afternoon when I meet them again. I would like to put it out. They're kind of like.
Yeah. Okay, good strategy. Anyone else? Brady.
Yeah, I have one in Yucca Valley coming up that really should go to a flipper. So if any of you guys have investor clients that want to do all cash and flip something, this would be a perfect property. It'll be around 410 that we list at. And then I have another in Big Bear. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath cabin style home. It's really nice, and that's gonna be closer to 700.
Awesome. Congratulations again. Brandy Dare. Make sure you guys say your first and last names too for those. We've got so many new people in the room. I love it. Anyone else? Congrats, Brandy. That's awesome. Bob.
A duplex is still available in Highland Park in LA. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, both units. Nice area, a lot of fruit trees, nice pasture on like duplex in the front. So
Nice.
this is for 1 point.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, moving on. So I'd like to bring up my business partner, friend, Stefan. Stefan, why don't you come up here? Stefan's going to talk to us about a couple of things. You guys, right on the Stefan's going to talk a little bit about business planning review and his thoughts. Go ahead, Stefan, take it away.
So, thank you. Halley texted me this morning as I was arriving at the office and said, Simon was out, can you fill in for a little bit and speak on a couple of topics? And my response was yes. Right, I'm a yes. Right.
You're the best.
No matter
Yeah,
what the
we always
question
say
is.
yes.
Because my philosophy is that I can always say no. Right, I can say yes and then figure it out. So I'm a yes. So I was excited to have the opportunity to get here. Business planning clinic last Thursday. How many were here?
Amazing.
Right? How was the event? Somebody give me some thoughts and action feedback. Anybody?
A lot of you guys raise your
Who's
hand.
here? Here. Somebody, give me a verbal. Give me a 30-second, 20-second dissertation.
I think it was great. It was extremely crowded, which shows that a lot of our agents are thinking about the next year. Ashley's great. Her method of communicating is great. But it really put into perspective what we need to be thinking of. You know, minimizing distractions, I think, was one of the things I heard.
Yeah.
But we all have these things that we need in order to become better for the future year. So the business planning part of it makes you sit and focus on that if you follow the manual. actually put into it.
Excellent, excellent. Somebody else, give me a thought, comment on the business planning.
Don't, you took a lot of notes.
It's a lot of thing that's not very, you know, trying to do this is yes, yes. It's a lot of information. I think for new agents, it's very helpful. Yes. Somebody name a large company in the country, in the world. The big Amazon. Do you think they have a business plan?
Yes.
Somebody give me another one. Apple, you think they have a business plan?
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, right? I think oftentimes because we're small business owners and we can make the decisions about what we do and what we don't do, sometimes we opt to not do the things we should do. And having a plan that you're going to follow is essential. Whether or not you're going to do 6 deals a year, 12 deals a year, 2 deals a month, whatever that number is, it's predicated on what your needs are, yes? Right? We all have different needs, yes? Yeah, right? If you're married with kids going to college, you have one need. If you're married with kids and they have graduated from college, you have another need. If you're single, you have different needs. I think the business plan helps us get clarity on what we need. You get that? It gives us clarity, right? And I think clarity, commitment, and confidence are 3 pillars to success. Get clear on what you want, commit to that thing that you want, and then do it with confidence, right? You ever approach someone and you kind of like them a little bit, right? And you're going to go up to them and say something. How are you going to do it? No, right? You're gonna do that in the beginning, and then your confidence is going to get better. How does your confidence get better? With success. So when you have success, your confidence gets better, and you're going to have more success. So take the time now. Between now, what's the date? The 5th. Is that 26 days left in the year? The year just started, I thought.
That's what it feels like.
It's 26 days left in the year. Oftentimes we'll go to these events, and you guys nod if you're like me. You'll go to the event, you'll get the information, and then what?
Don't do anything, or maybe do 1 or 2 things.
And then if you're like me, you live in this fantasy world, you go, next year, I'm gonna really be ready, right? Anybody else like that? Right? So I think if you ask me, the event was so detailed. It had a little bit for everybody. And what you have to do is look at the whole thing in its totality and pull out what you need. Everybody agree with that? What do you need to put your 5 or 10 page plan together so that you can act on the things you have to act on? We are fortunate, blessed, whatever words you want to use, that we are in this business at this time in Southern California, yes? Right? We could be in this business at this time in Sioux Falls. Anybody know where that is?
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Right? Yes, one of them. I think it's South Dakota.
Yeah.
South Dakota. Yeah. I get in the 5th grade, we had to do the states and capitals, and I nailed that part. So I still got it. We are so fortunate. We're in Southern California. Right? The market is the market. There's a very common phrase about, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? I don't necessarily like that. But the market is what it is. Right? It is going to ebb and flow. And the people that are able to ebb and flow along with it are going to have success. These are the results for November. Los Angeles County, 6,984 closed sides. Orange County, 2,334 closed sides. Riverside, 3,440. San Bernardino, 2,594 sides. Right, those are the 4 counties we cover essentially. I guess we can get to Ventura if we get a little hungry. Closer to Christmas, we might take that trip up there, right? 15,000 sides in those 4 markets in the month of November. You put your business plan together, right? How many deals, Bob, for your plan for 2024? 2 a month, right? Can you get your 2 a month out of 15,000? Say yes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what the news says about the real estate market because they're not talking to us. I'm convinced of that. They're talking to everybody else. They talk about average sales prices, about markets being down, no, it doesn't matter to us because we're in Southern California. I have a friend of mine from Iran. He's one of my dearest friends. To my wedding, etc. He said, Stefan, all over the world, people want to live in the United States, right? All over the United States, people want to live in California. I don't care who's leaving, right? By the way, when people are leaving, I say, see you later. Because the 405 can use some relief, right? Right? We'd like to have maybe 5 or 6 offers instead of 10 or 11, right? So if people want to leave, then that's wonderful. It's not for everybody. But for us that are in our business, there's enough activity going on where we can get our 2 deals a month. By the way, 2 deals a month, 2 years in a row will change your life. Change your car, change your clothes. Right? Don't change your spouse on 2 deals a month. That's 4 years. 4 deals a month. Right, we'll have you look closely at changes. Right? So just listen, we're going to go into the market in the new year. Mike can, I'm sure, talk to this later, that interest rates are going to be favorable. By the way, it's kind of sweet when gas prices go to 8 and then they come down to 6 and we go, yeah. Right. So interest rates go to 8, they come down to 6.5, 7, we go, yeah. Right. That's the consumer. That's the consumer. They are ready to buy. We have created such a thirst in our industry for home ownership, right? There's a stigma about not owning, right? There is. Every day, right or wrong, right? Healthy or unhealthy, there is this pride that goes along with home ownership and a stigma that when you don't. So people are going to constantly look for opportunities to buy. We have that real estate license and that need to get paid, and you bring those things together, and we do 2 things. We fulfill our fiduciary duty and close escrow. That's it. The rest is just kind of noise and conversation. Fulfill your fiduciary duty and close escrow. If you fulfill your fiduciary duty and don't close escrow, I don't know, right? And if you close escrow without filling your fiduciary duty, that's not good either, right? Those 2 things. Don't allow the distractions to come in, the noise from the outside market, the news that we hear, etc. Put your plan together, dial it in, and focus and know that there's enough opportunity out there for us to make it happen. Any questions on that? Thoughts, comments? Let's talk briefly. Halley said, can you talk for 20 minutes? I said, I can do an hour, 20 minutes. I don't know if I can do 20 minutes, but I'm going to try. There's a great article on CNN, my politics, right? On CNN, on why real estate commissions are 6% and why that might be changing. I don't know if you saw it or not. I'll try to get the link to Halley and then she can share it. I thought it was the best explanation that I've seen on the topic, and it really breaks down, some of the fundamental stuff. It's 5 or 6%. Seller pays the listing agent shares it with the agent who brings the buyer, right? Yada, yada, yada. We know all of that, right? One of the things that it referenced, this article, was that process has been in place since 1913. 1913. My glass is 3/4 full, right? So I read that. You know what I thought? We've had a good run. Right? We've had a good 100+ year run. There's been litigation on the topic since about 1950 and then again since 2005, right? The internet came into play in 1995, 1996, and it was supposed to change our industry to no end. And it did impact a lot of brokers, stockbrokers, travel agents. There used to be this thing called a travel agent. Anybody remember those? Right? And you would book them for this. We're going to San Francisco Kathy was our travel agent. You're going to San Francisco, we need a flight, and she, right, well, that's gone, right? We've managed to maintain our value in the marketplace, in part because we're part of this large trade organization, the National Association of Realtors, with 1.5 million members, the largest trade organization in the country. Our commission structure has been unchanged. That's about to change, I believe, right? In fact, it's already changing in certain markets, right? New York is already starting to make a change. You'll see there's a large global banker office in Seattle that has pulled out of the MLS or pulled out of NAR, right? We're going to have to provide a better, more detailed explanation of the value we provide to our buyers in particular. We're all geared to go on our listing presentations, yes? We're ready to overcome the objections. We're ready to justify our 7%, I'm sorry, our
I like this.
our 5
I like that better.
our 5 to 6% commission. We're ready for that. But how about when we meet with a buyer? I think we've had the luxury of the MLS, which is our buyer retainer agreement in essence, because if we write an offer on a property in the MLS, then we're going to get paid, yes? By the way, we're going to get paid the same if you have 20 years experience or 2 months experience. That's a little interesting. That dynamic might change, right? We're going to start this Ignite series, Ignite series. And so Minnie and Halley asked me to teach a class. So I'm going down the list. And the one I picked was defining your value. And I think we're going to have to get very clear on defining our value and being able to articulate it in a way that is confident and clear, so that the buyer understands working with us is an advantage, right? The buyer side commission is not going to be tucked away anymore in the sales price. It's going to be the same. I think the total number will end up being the same, but that buyer side commission is going to stand out like a closing cost item, right? You ever look at the HUD-1 and it has all the items, right? And right, that buyer side commission is going to, I think, stand out. And so we have to get skilled at that. But guess what? It's a wonderful thing, right? Because not everybody can adapt to the change. You agree with that? People that are at the top of the food chain, no matter what the industry, no matter what the skill, right? They're at the top of the food chain because they're able to adapt. My man Jeff here is like riding around on that scooter like a professional. Did you see him the first couple of weeks? He was kind of not sure. Now he's going to the Rams game with it, everything. So we will adapt to whatever the circumstance is. You got to have confidence in that, right? No matter what happens, we have the support, the infrastructure, everything in place to make that happen. Embrace it. That's what I will tell you. Learn as much about it. Look out for it when you see it, because the consumer, if you haven't had the encounter yet, I've seen it on CNN. I've seen it on the morning news with Nora, or the evening news. I was just kind of whipping through some, anybody get stuck on the YouTube clips, and I could spend hours watching 3 minutes. Anyway, so it was this thing on the commission, and it was broadcast on CBS News all over the country. It's only a matter of time before our consumers start asking about it. Be prepared to talk about it. Make sure that we stay out in front of the subject, and we'll be okay. Defining your value, again. Stay tuned, we'll tell you about the class. But as you're doing your business plan and putting your plan together for your 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 deals a year business plan, think about how you're going to articulate that to your client. You're going to talk about your expertise. Somebody asked a question during the business planning session, should they use the word expertise? I forgot what the answer was, quite frankly. But in my opinion, right, the expertise level is only compared to the person you're talking to. Right? I'm an expert in comparison to you because you're a pediatrician. I use that because I have a pediatrician client and she thinks that she's the expert on those. I swear I want to start talking to her about like tonsils and stuff like that, to try. Anyway, your expertise is relative to who you're talking to, right? We are the experts when we're talking to our clients. Improve your knowledge and stay on top of things. Last thing, there's this thing I use called build on and work on. Build on and work on. The things that you do well, you want to build on those things, right? Richard's group, I didn't know this, I didn't know what was happening like a couple of weeks ago, and I figured out. I used to just see them walking around the building. And I thought, man, that's kind of odd. Is that a Keller Williams thing? I don't know. And I realized that they're doing a script and role play, right? So they do that well. Build on that, right? Things that you don't do well, work on. Build on, work on. If your social media campaigns are strong, build on that, right? If your follow-up from open houses is weak, work on that, right? Build on and work on it. So, any questions, thoughts, comments on any of that? Hey, I enjoy this, can you tell? I really do. I enjoy this, but it doesn't happen unless you're here. And so we have a choice, right, as business owners. And this morning you chose to be here, and I thank you.
Great, thank you, Stefan. Really, really interesting perspective. I love it. I'm gonna go look up that article too and make sure that we, if you can share it with me later, I'll make sure to post it, because I think we need to arm ourselves with the tools and the data that our clients are hearing on a given basis. So thank you, Stefan. All right, let's bring up our affiliate partners. I don't know if Sarah's in the room here, but why don't you go ahead and come on up, Sturts and Klein. We'll wait for Sarah. Welcome, and Alex.
Good afternoon, everyone. The rest of the crew. Okay, we are in December. Great information, Stefan. I love hearing all the positives on the real estate market, because this market is moving and we're super excited about that. We'll share some things on that in a minute. But real quickly, on just a little bit of tidbit of information, we're going to put an email out tomorrow. It's going to give the end of the year county recorder holidays. So if you have anything that's going to be closing before end of year, take a look at that. It's going to let you know for each county what dates they're closed, if you need to plan anything around that. The other thing is taxes have been due, property taxes. They will be delinquent come December 10th. So if you are currently in escrow on anything, please just make sure that your clients pay for their property taxes through the escrow. Don't have them pay it separately outside, because it will cause some delays. But a little bit, we want to kind of talk a little bit about Fidelity National Financial. We put a report out here for all of you, and it's speaking of how the market is doing well. A couple things we want to let you guys know. So Fidelity, we own several other title companies in the area. High Court Title, Chicago Title, Lawyers Title. Who am I forgetting?
And someone's around here.
Here, and across the nation. We are a publicly traded company, and number 300 something on the New York Stock Exchange. So the reason I'm kind of bringing up to you some of our strength is right before the Thanksgiving holiday, Fidelity, we had a potential of a cybersecurity incident. So what the company did, we immediately launched an investigation, notified the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. And as that incident occurred, it did result that there was a security incident. Now, no information was leaked. Nobody's social security numbers, nobody's personal data, nothing. And no money was lost. What Fidelity did is they made the decision, the company made the decision to take their system offline to protect everyone. And if you guys look at this number, we are a multi-billion-dollar company. I bring this up because I'm really proud of our company in how they had to handle this to protect everybody. A little disappointed on some competition that's going to happen. Things get said out there on social media of what's really happening. But for anyone to think, and I want to reassure everybody here, or assure everybody here, that to think that Fidelity, a publicly traded company, anybody traded on the stock exchange, does not have infrastructure and systems in place to protect them, I just think that's not a really well-developed thought. in my opinion, is how I'm gonna leave that. So I want to assure everyone and kind of mention, this can happen, well, first of all, I want to talk about our team. Our crew was there, what we have to do, you guys, we are in a automation industry now. Everything is fully automated. So when you have a national company of this size or any company, you have to take that, when we take it offline, it's not like we have little files in our drawer that we pull that file out and let's calculate it. But we had to take those systems offline and start doing manual calculations. It's a process. Not only is it a process for Fidelity, it's a process in wiring with our bank and protecting everybody. So there was, between the Thanksgiving holiday, I thank God we had 4 days of a holiday break in there for everyone to get this resolved. But last week we were doing files manually just to make sure there was nothing happening, okay? So they did absolutely the right thing. Our team was there working till midnight. We had our inside staff, our entire staff, beyond midnight, sending payoffs out and things like that. But when I say, if you think a company's gonna stand up and say, we have security measures in place, this won't happen to our company, or whatever you hear, let's think about this. You guys, in the last few months, I don't know if you've heard of all the cybersecurity attacks that are going on out there. This right now is happening everywhere. I will say, I think this is kind of a way that war is being conducted today in a way on the tech field, but Long Beach Airport, same time, right before us, the Long Beach Airport was down, their entire website was down. The city of Long Beach, same week. If any of you were trying to get permits, you would know the city of Long Beach was down for over a week. They had to take all of their systems down. That ran from November 15th to the 27th. Caesars Entertainment, you know, Caesars Casino, you guys, they actually had the cyber threat happen to them. They did not let any of the other casinos in the area in Vegas know. And Caesars actually was paying out $50 million. That's 50 that they paid out. They did not let anybody know. Then MGM got hit. MGM is the largest entertainment company globally, you guys. So to think these companies do not have protective measures in place, they do. I would say on the Caesars thing, they didn't let people know. Kind of heard on that one. That was initially hacked from an outside IT company, and they got in that way. But Caesars and MGM, or Caesars paid out their thing. MGM's, you know, going to be fine as well. If you guys want to go into MGM, I will tell you, they're all their quarterly numbers are fine, but because they have to also come down, they lost money in that time period. But other companies, they're hitting government agencies, college, universities, medical systems. There's another company, or I should say Prospect Medical Holdings. They're one of the largest medical facilities in the nation. And just a few weeks back, there was a 16 hospitals that had to come offline, and another 143 medical centers across the nation. Okay, that was the biggest attack on the medical that had occurred since 2021, when they had, let's see, over 100 hospitals that had to come down off the system. That was the 157th attack this year on just medical industries. Okay, you guys. So I'm only bringing up these other companies. There's a lot of others. Just last night it was on the news. 23andMe got hit. You guys know 23andMe? Okay, and then 6 other credit unions just this past week. So please, don't think that this isn't going to happen to, you know, whatever, it's a company, we're all foolproof, but keep in mind, you know, and remember, it's the larger companies like Fidelity, especially the Fortune 500 company, we are going to have the highest security measures in place to protect everybody. And in this case, everybody was protected. I'm not saying this isn't going to happen again, but I will say you usually don't see it happen twice on a company. If you want to go do the research and statistics, I was doing all kinds of research on this weekend, and man, the list goes on and on, you guys. So any questions? Like Stefan was saying, don't believe the news or whatever. Talk directly to you guys, you know, right? What's really happening here in California? Talk to us. Talk to Fidelity. I don't care if you work with a lawyer's title, a Tyco title, Chicago title. Talk to someone within the company rather than taking information from outside, because that's how false rumors get spread. The sky is falling. panic arises. And honestly, you guys, I couldn't be more proud of the company I work for and how they handle this for everybody. And I don't know if you guys
No, I mean,
want to add anything?
I happened to be out of the country when it happened, and they had a system in place that I got a text. I was in Germany, I get a text, we're shutting it all down, there's a security incident, we are shutting it all down. That went to every employee, I mean.
But you started talking to me at 1 a.m.
So I was
when we
awake
saw
with breakfast
this,
there, so I'm like,
I was like, but we didn't know, it's 1 a.m. here.
I was really proud of how they shut it down to protect everyone. And then to bring it all back up, that part takes a little time because they had to re-authenticate every employee, person by person, so that we are protecting everyone's money and data. And
By our face,
and
and they recognized us.
they did a great job, and I'm really proud of them, and our staff, like, just like, oh my gosh, thank you guys, they were like typing as fast as they could possibly type to get that money out, and physically going to the bank to get cashier's check, doing everything they could do so that there were no delays in closing. They just, I'm just
And
so
it's
proud of them.
closing, I will say, we're up and running, because we closed, this team right here, closed over 35 transactions last month, okay, last week, sorry. not
In the
last
midst of all of that.
last week, in the midst of all that. So business is happening, which is a positive thing. We got a team with bandwidth that is going to absolutely take care of you if any of these type of situations occur. But please, if you hear things, reach out to us, let us know, because we'd like to share the true story that she had.
Yes, well, I was one of them.
Yes.
That got caught in this. I have to say, I appreciate communication. I know that your emails were down, which makes communication more difficult. But I would call in for my daily update with how's it happening now. We were only 1 day late in closing. And the money got out very promptly after that. And so I really applaud you guys for how you handled that.
Thank you. And you guys, if
Thank
anyone,
you.
unfortunately, like Janet, there's a couple people that got caught in that. But Fidelity, we're making everyone whole. So if anyone of your clients lost out interest for a day or whatever it is, we are taking care of all that, because we don't want anyone to be affected and have a negative, outlet. We want to make sure. So stick with.
Thank you
Fidelity.
so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. Alex,
Hey,
give us good
we
news.
got good news. Look at these rates.
Even Summer got excited.
I
She-
know.
She's not even a realtor.
These are highly qualified clients, but that's what we like to put up here, right? They're the lowest we can go. So FHA down at 6.
Wow.
Conventional 6 5/8. Jumbo 6 3/4. Okay, these are 30-year fixed loans. These are 25% down, 740 credit style borrowers, but they are low. So, or they're lower than what they have been
Super
for a
good.
long time. Right, so use this please to your advantage at your open houses. I can do open house spreadsheets for you with 3 different lending options on there, 5, 10, 20% down. World of finance, obviously these rates are a product of the Federal Reserve talking about how they feel like the economy is slowing down. That's what's going on. They think that the Fed is going to stop raising rates. It's unknown if they're going to start lowering rates. Some people believe they are, most people believe they're not going to, they're just going to kind of float here. But that's why we've seen this decline. It is the Fed talking about how the economy is slowing down, the economic reports coming out on inflation are all coming out lower than expectations. So it is it's helping us. Mortgages like a little bit of bad news. That's what's going on. So we have the jobs report this Friday. That's always a big market mover. The amount of jobs that were added in the month of November. So be on the lookout for that. I just signed up with list reports. I know a lot of you use it. I'd love to be your lender of choice on the list reports. Please let me know if you would like that. It's been a while. I've been asked by a lot of people to do it, and I just haven't thrown the money at it yet. But it's was able to make a deal with them, and I think it's a really valuable product for you guys. So if you'd like that, please let me know. And then lastly, we're able to do loans on buildings up to 10 units now, not just 1 to 4. I can do up to 10. So again, the commercial side is more of that that area, but if you do have a 5, 6, 7 unit building that you're listing and you want some prospectus on that, please let me know so that potential buyers know what they can get offered for it. And just up in front, any questions, anything you need, please let me know. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. We celebrate gas and interest rates here. Both things that affect the both of us. All right, let's take a look at our training and events that we have coming up in the next couple weeks. Real special training calendar. If you guys don't know what RERM is, these are the company that helps service us as agents, as well as every single one of your closings that you have here at the office. So Laura is doing an in-person session, December 14th on Thursday from 1:30 to 2:30. Come and participate in this class and learn a little bit more, because Laura is bringing us a very, very sneak preview. I don't think any other offices have gotten this. There's now a new legal portal that you and your clients will be able to log into to be able to request attorney assistance. So it's taking a lot of that paperwork out of the transaction. So make sure you guys come. If you're an agent who does transactions, it's absolutely necessary that you come so you can explain this to your clients. If you have yet to do one yet, start to learn about RERM in this portal to get a jump on it, because we know you're going to close something in 2024. So again, mark your calendars, December 14th on Thursday for Laura here in person for an hour. Great opportunity to meet her. Right, Coat Drive. That box back there is starting to get so overflowed that it's ripping. Thank you guys for bringing more coats, but it's still not too late. Please bring in your gently used or new coats as you're out running about and shopping. Find them and come drop them off. Any and all sizes, from children to grown adults. They are going to be picking it up here in the next couple weeks. I know we've still got some time to fill one more box there. So clean out your closets as you're getting ready for the holidays and come drop them off, because we'd love to be able to give them to someone who really, really needs them this time of year. So Manny talked a little bit about this last time. The KW commercial cost segregation class is happening today at 1. So here in about 10 minutes, if you guys had questions about that, the cost segregation between taxes and taking all of your deductions that first year versus over time, please join the KW commercial today in about 10 minutes on Zoom. Okay, check the halls. This is going to be so good, you guys. They keep announcing so many new speakers. This is tomorrow. It's literally absolutely free for you to attend. And it's not just about command, it's about every facet of technology. They're bringing every speaker they possibly can from the company. It's going to be worth your time. I absolutely guarantee it. Most likely, I'm going to have it on here in the bullpen in between any of our morning sessions. So if you'd like to come in and sit, if not, please feel free to register from your own computer and sit and watch it from the comfort of your home. But seriously, this is a do not miss, because there are so many amazing speakers. They have KW Wealth on there. There's KW Luxury. I think that's going to be on there. I know, like Janet. So please mark your calendars and join us tomorrow. Okay, so if you haven't already, you should have gotten an invitation to our annual holiday party through eBite. If for some reason you don't have one in your inbox, or through Punchbowl, excuse me. If for some reason you don't have one in your inbox, please check in with Summer there at the front. But that's happening this Thursday. The staff is hard at work. All of us are here to help make that a super special day. Just know that we encourage you to Uber or to Lyft, because it is right downtown Long Beach. We're going to have a lot of fun, and there may be an open bar. So Ubering and lifting is encouraged, right? We're going to have our favorite neighborhood bartender, Ace Nguyen, back there too. Who's actually a certified bartender. Oh, yeah, Ace. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Please come and join us. Speaking of fun, we have the holiday raffle. In fact, we even have about another 6 or 7 gifts that we've yet to add onto the list, including a $150 Visa gift card, among many others. We also have another TV, so we're doing 2 TVs. One is like a 50-inch, so it's going to be exciting. But you guys can purchase your raffle tickets at the front with Summer or at the event before we actually pull the raffles. You do need to be present to win, because we want to hand you guys this awesome thing that you can take home. But no, it's for KW Cares. It's always a great fundraiser that we do every year. Usually we earn at least about $1,000, if not more, from this. So please, you guys, come and donate and share, and you can buy the raffle tickets at the front or at the event. Okay, next week team meeting, Manny's gonna be going over all the market stats that we have here for our area and kind of rounding the year out a little bit. Based on some of the trends that we've seen over the last year. So make sure you guys join us for that. And then, like I said, we've got our lovely broker Simon and our ugly sweater team meeting that we have every year here. It'll be nice and festive. Ugly sweaters encouraged. In fact, there'll be an ugly sweater contest. I think Drake won last year or something. Was it you that had the?
Yes, but a very, very, very bad memory in my head.
There were some really good ugly sweaters last year, but we'll have some food, of course, but we'll also have a special hot cocoa bar here set up. So you guys can have a good time. Maybe if you're good, a little Kahlua there on the side, but please join us. Again, Simon's going to be giving his end of year broker updates to things like forms that are being changed and updated, and talking a little bit more about the lawsuit that he's heard on some calls that he's had with NAR and CER. Okay. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Go ahead, make it a good week. See you at the holiday party. All right.